Hello students, welcome back to my channel Kridha Educate. I'm again back with your seventh part of the chapter, the tissue. In the seventh part, we are going to deal with the nervous tissue, and or you can say it is the last part of your animal tissue as well. Students, we had already covered all the parts of your plant tissue and the animal tissue in my previous video. I will provide you the link in the description box. You can go and watch it from there. Students, do watch the video till the end for clear and proper understanding. And if the content is really helping in your studies, do like, share, and subscribe my channel. So, moving towards our today's topic, that is your nervous tissue. So, this nervous tissue is a very specialized tissue. First thing you should be clear is that the nervous tissue is a very specialized tissue. Very specialized Now, why it is called very specialized tissue? Because it has a special function. It has a special function of receiving the stimuli, transmission, sensation of the stimuli, or you can say it has a special function of nervous system coordination. It has a special function of nervous system coordination. Now, your nervous system coordination basically deals with these 5 points. We will see them. That is your first, reception of the stimuli. Then your transmission of the stimuli. The second one is your conversion of the stimuli. Then it will come the transmission. Conversion of stimuli. Then comes your transmission of stimuli. Then the fourth one is your interpretation. Or analysis of the stimuli. And the fifth one is your response by an effector cell. So, the nervous tissue is a very specialized tissue because it has a special function of nervous system coordination. Now, nervous system coordination goes like this. Now, how? First, it will receive the stimuli. Now, what is the stimuli? Stimuli is any outer effect which our body gets. Any outer message from the outer world which our body receives or which our body gets, that is your stimuli. So, that outer message or the message from this outer world is first received. That is your reception of the stimuli. Then this stimuli which is received is converted into what? The received stimuli is in the form of a chemical message. The received stimuli is in the form of chemical message and it is converted into your electrical message. So there's a conversion of a chemical message into the electrical message. Once the stimuli is converted into the electrical message, the nerve cells are now able to understand the message. And now the process of transmission arrives. Now the stimuli which is already converted will be transmitted to different body parts. And for this, the sense organs are involved. From your eyes, nose, ears, from all these different kinds of sense organs, then your tongue, you will transmit this stimuli. Now, then comes your interpretation and analysis of the stimuli. That where you have to transmit the stimuli. Then you will think, you will reason here, as well as you will store the information. You will think, reason, as well as you will store the information. All this you will do under interpretation and analysis of the stimuli. And lastly, under the nervous system coordination, you will be response by an effector cells. This effector cells means on which there will be the effect of this nervous system coordination. So there will be response from those cells. So it will control the voluntary as well as involuntary movement. Control voluntary as well involuntary movement. So in this way, this nervous tissue work. That's why it is a very specialized tissue, because it has a special function of nervous system coordination. Nervous system coordination works in this 5 part. First, the stimulus is received, then it is converted in what? Chemical message to electrical message. Then there is a transmission of the stimuli by the help of your sense organ. Then the interpretation and the analysis of the stimuli, that where we have to transmit that stimuli. Then we will think, reason, and the store information. All these parts will be covered under interpretation. Then finally the response by effector, that is, it will control your voluntary as well as involuntary activities. Now this nerve, to carry out this above function, the system consists of structurally and functionally specialized tissue, that is your nervous tissue. To control all these things, the system consists of structurally and functionally specialized tissue to control all these things, that is your nervous tissue. And your nervous tissue is made up of what? Nerve cells or the neuron. Now, to control the nervous system coordination, to carry out the nervous system coordination, the system consists of structurally and functionally specialized tissue, functionally specialized tissue known as nervous tissue. Now, to carry out all this nervous system coordination, the system consists of a structurally and a functionally specialized tissue known as your nervous tissue. And this nervous tissue is made up of your nerve cell, that is your neuron. Nervous tissue is made up of nerve cell, that is neuron. To carry those nervous system coordination, that is your reception of the stimuli, then your conversion of the stimuli, then transmission of the stimuli, interpretation is analysis of the stimuli, and finally the response of an effector cell. To carry out all those things, the system consists of structurally and functionally. The specialized tissue structurally and functionally, both in the both sense it is compatible, and that is known as a nervous tissue. And the nervous tissue is made up of a nerve cell, and that nerve cell is known as your neuron. This is the structure of your neuron. Now we will see the structure of the neuron. Very important structure. Now see the structure of the neuron. The neuron is basically divided into three major parts. three major parts. The neuron is basically divided into three major parts. The first one is your cell body, then your dendron, then your axons. This circular portion which you are seeing here, that is your cell body. This protoplasmic projections, the hair-like projections coming out of this circular portion, that is your cell body, is your dendron, and this long part is your axon. Now, what is the dendron? First, we will see the protoplasmic projections which are coming out of the cell body. Protoplasmic projections coming out of cell body is known as your dendron, and this dendron further divide into your dendrites, further divide into dendrites. They further divide into dendrites. Now, what is the function of this dendron as well as dendrites? They receive the stimulus. The stimulus from the outer world is received through these dendrons as well as the dendrites. So, dendrons and dendrites are the protoplasmic projections coming out of the cell body, and these dendrons will further divide to form the dendrite. Okay. Now, the second one is your cell body. The circular structure which you are seeing is your cell body. It consists of the nucleus which governs all the activities, as well as the cell bodies which are floating in the cytoplasm, as well as the nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and inside is the nucleoplasm, and inside this there is a nucleus which governs all the activities of the cell body. This is also known as your cytone. The cell body is also known as your cytone, and it is a circular structure which has a nucleus in it, and the nucleus governs all the activities of the cell. It has all the cell bodies as well as cytoplasm, nucleoplasm, all those present in this cell bodies. Now, what this cell body do? This converts the stimuli. This conversion of the stimuli takes place here in the cell body. Now comes the axon. What actually the axon is? Axon is a single long dendron arising from the cell body. It is also kind of dendron, but it is long as compared to other dendrons. It is also kind of dendron, but it is long as compared to the other dendrons. It is a single dendron which comes downward from the cell body. And the main function of this axon is to transmit the stimuli to different parts of the body or to the effectors. Transmission takes place through this axon. Now you can see the axon is covered by a sheath-like structure. This sheath-like structure is called your myelin sheath. Now what is the function of this myelin sheath? The function of the myelin sheath, it helps in the transmission of the stimuli rapidly and fastly. Myelin sheath transfer of stimuli rapidly as well as avoid any kind of short circuits. There are different kinds of neurons because by the help of this nerve cells only the nervous tissue will form. So from every neuron there is some kind of message which is being passed, and they are in the form of electrical signals. So if there won't be any myelin sheath, the message of the another neuron can get short circuited with this neuron. So to avoid this, there is a sheath-like structure, that is your myelin sheath. It also helps in the transfer of the stimuli rapidly and the fastly. Now you can see a dip in the myelin sheath. This dip is known as node of Ranvier. Now the function of the node of Ranvier is to transfer the stimuli fastly. Transfer fastly or rapidly. With the help of this, the electrochemical signals which are passing through this neuron will transfer to the another neuron very fastly, so that the reaction comes very fast. Now, at the end of the axon, you can see different types of nerves emerging. These are known as your nerve endings, and the function of the nerve ending is to transfer the message from this neuron to the another neuron by the help of synapse. Now, what is this term synapse? Synapse is a intercommunicating junction between two neurons. Now here this nerve ending ends. So when the second neuron will come, it will come like this. So the dendrons of this neuron will be here, and the nerve ending of this neuron is here. So there is a gap in between. This gap is known as your synapse or the synaptic junction, and with the help of this only there's a transfer of the message from one neuron to the another neuron. And here that this electrical signal which is coming down will be converted again to the chemical signal, so that it can be received from the dendrites of the another neuron, and this will take place by the help of the neurotransmitters. And that is your acetylcholine. This is all about your structure of your neuron. I will explain it once again. The neuron has divided into three major parts: the cell body, the dendron, and the axon. The cell body is the main part of the neuron. It is also known as cyton. The dendron or the dendrites are the protoplasmic projections that are coming out of the main body, that is the cyton, and it helps in the reception of the stimuli from the outer world. The third one is your axon. Axon is also a kind of dendron, but it is usually large as compared to the another dendron, and it comes downward, and it helps in the transmission of the stimuli to the effector cells, and it is covered by a sheath-like structure. That sheath-like structure is called your myelin sheath. It is covered so that to avoid any kind of short circuit. And at the myelin sheath, you can see a dip at certain intervals, that is your node of Ranvier. It helps in the rapid transmission of the stimuli from one neuron to the another, so that the rapid action could be taken. At the end of the axon, there is a nerve ending. It helps in the transmission of the stimuli to the another stimuli and conversion of the electrical signal back to the chemical signal, so that it can be received by the dendron of the another neuron, and there is a gap in between. That gap is known as your synapse or the synaptic junction, and in the synaptic junction only present are the neurotransmitters such as your acetylcholine. This will help in the transfer of the message from one neuron to the another neuron, as it will change the electrical signal coming from this axon to the chemical signal, so that it can be received from the another neuron. This is all about the structure of your neuron. Now we will see how this single nerve cell neuron forms the nervous tissue. Now these nerve cells are joined end to end. You can see here one neuron, second neuron, third neuron are joined end to end, forming long nerve fibers, forming long nerve fibers, which can branch out to the different parts of your body. Now this nerve, you have already seen that these nerve cells have the power to transmit the messages to the different parts of the body. It can receive the stimuli, it can transfer to the outer surface of the body. And now where are they present? They are present in your brain, then in your spinal cord, then nerves. So they are present in the brain, spinal cord and the nerves. So this is all about your nervous tissue. So with this we have completed your chapter, the tissue. We will be back with another chapter. Till then, go watch the video, and if you're facing any problem, you can let me know through the comments, and please press the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.